Hi, everybody. My name is Chris Englebert with Englebert Financial Advisers in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and I'm doing my video today on my RFP Referee program that I have. I started this about 5 years ago. So far in 2023, we did 9 RFP Referee projects. We just finished one up, and now we're getting ready for 2024. But this video is intended for borough managers, finance directors, township managers, county commissioners, anybody that has a municipal pension defined benefit plan, police, non-uniform, etc. And so just to give you a little background on who we are, we're a RIA, Registered Investment Advisor, located in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And I have extensive experience working with Pennsylvania municipal defined benefit plans. We do work with small defined benefit plans, but the big ones we do our RFP referee program for. We do 457 plans, drops, and we roll over 457 and drop accounts to IRAs and manage those obviously for police officers. But what I'm going to talk to you about today is our RFP referee program, which has really gained a tremendous amount of traction in the last couple of years. So basically what we do is we interview your pension committee and find out what the problem is as far as what's happening with your municipal defined benefit plans. What's the hot button? Is it lack of performance? Is it lack of service? The 3 that we did this year, the one that we did at the beginning of the year, the advisor didn't really understand how a municipal defined benefit plan works, as scary as that sounds. The second one that we did, there was a lack of performance, and also fees were a little bit on the high end. And then the third one that we did, again, it was lack of performance. So we'll address that in a minute, but I want to talk to you about our process. So basically what I do is I write the RFP. We then advertise it nationally. And then what we do is we get all of the responses, and I go through each and every response to make sure that from a technical standpoint, those responses are valid. And it's not some fly-by-night company that, is trying to do a Hail Mary pass. I interview each of the respondents is what I end up doing in a pretty detailed interview. I check all of their references. I do basically all the dirty work that you don't really want to do when you issue an RFP. I then write a very important executive summary outlining the strengths and weaknesses of each of the respondents to the RFP. We review all fees and expenses. We know that's very important, but the real kicker that we look at is we look at what is the performance of these investment advisors or consultants that are submitting the RFP. I'll talk about more of that in later. We also handle the day-long interviews. If you decide to get down to a finals interview and interview 4 or 5 companies, we set all those up. We get the date, we get the times, etc. And then what we do is we just added another product recently where we help with the transition process. So if you're going from one firm to another firm, we vet all the contracts, we make sure that the timing is right. And believe it or not, this has become a very popular process for us, is the transition process as well. So again, like I explained, I don't want this to just be a video about the fact that we just write an RFP and we advertise it out there. We really do a lot of in-depth analysis to make sure that the competency level of the respondents is very good. You will find that the range of experience varies greatly when people answer or companies answer these RFPs. The other thing we do is I know where all the fees are and what the hidden fees are as well. And we can literally drill down and find out what the difference in fees between one company is versus another. Sometimes just doing an RFP with your current provider is enough for them to reduce their fees substantially. But again, it's not about a race to the bottom as far as fees go. One of the things that I'm really trying to have people understand on pension committees is that there's 2 schools of thought. Lately, the school of thought has been to index everything for a low fee and call it a day. That's not a bad strategy, but there are also a lot of very good consultants and investment management firms that use active managers. Their fees may be slightly higher, but the performance is also higher as well as far as your pension fund. So what is your pension committee looking for? And I spell that out in dollars and cents is what I spell it out. Now, what's the current environment? If some of you got my video last year, Obviously, last year, 2022, was a horrible year. Both stocks and bonds went down 16, 17%. And what really, truly made it bad was that you had to do your actuarial valuation, your 1/1/23 valuation. Depending upon who your actuary is and what they're doing, if they're using actuarial asset smoothing or not, there was some big jumps in MMOs that were experienced because of the timing of the decline in 2022. Lo and behold, 2023, we saw a big snapback in the markets. The S&P 500 was up. Your fund should have seen a positive return of somewhere around 14 to 21% after being down last year, 15 to 18%. But wait, the problem with that is that many times you've just made back what you've lost. If you think about the math, if you lose 15%, you got to make 20% to get back to even. So what does that mean going forward? It means what you have to look for is you have to look for an advisor or a consultant that's going to help you navigate, through these incredibly volatile investment markets that are out there. So lo and behold, what's happening in 2024? There's election, and most market pundits are positive on stocks and bonds, but returns could be muted compared to 2023. So why is this important to take a look at who's managing your money for your police and defined benefit pension plans? Is because 1/1/25 is your next actuarial evaluation. So again, if you haven't recaptured the losses from 2022 into 2023 and have a good 2024, you could be faced again with obviously funding problems from the 1/1/25 valuation. So again, we try to give you a little bit of idea that we have obviously a tremendous amount of experience handling defined benefit plans, but that has bled into our RFP Referee program, where again, just to make the point, we recuse ourselves from answering the RFP. What we're trying to do is find you the best pension manager, investment consultant for your defined benefit plans going forward, and hopefully you have these people and work with them for the next 5 to 10 years. So if you're interested in scheduling a call, there's a link below. You can schedule a half an hour, 45-minute call. I can give you some more details. I can also give you some pricing. It depends upon the size of your plan and how many responses we get. But again, we encourage you to give me a call because obviously writing an RFP, putting it out there and getting the responses back can be a very daunting task. We have a lot of extremely good referrals that we can provide to you of municipalities that have used our services in the past and would give you some idea on what we do. So thank you much for watching this video, and good luck to everybody out there.